In this time of uncertainty, tiny border towns are begging the Queensland Premier to make a definite call on when restrictions will ease, allowing tourists back in. Heading north for holidays is likely to be permitted from July 10, although it's still not guaranteed.
Thargomindah, Queensland, population about 300, if everyone's home, sitting in the far west corner of Queensland on the border of New South Wales and South Australia, where campfires and sunsets are a way of life. But since Corona hit, 12 border gates into the tiny town have been locked, and the tourists asked, please don't come.
We had to put a press statement out to all the radio stations and to say that tourists couldn't come here. It was probably the hardest thing I had to do. We didn't have the facilities in Thargomindah. We've only got a little hospital here, and if they got sick, we couldn't look after them.
The Shire has been working to entice visitors for 40 years.
But we'd love to have you out here.
And its economy dearly needs to get back to it.
We love the grey nomads. We love tourism. That keeps this little town alive and keeps these little businesses alive. And shutting the borders is now stopping us more.
South Australia reopens its borders on July 20, and the Prime Minister says Queensland's borders will reopen on July 10. But there's no confirmation from the Queensland Premier, so there's no assurances that families can head to the Sunshine State for school holidays, and that's no help to cash-strapped tourism businesses and our battling airlines. Virgin is planning to double its capacity by next month, adding 30,000 extra seats across its domestic schedule. Qantas is ramping up too, from 5% of pre-coronavirus levels to 15% by the end of this month. That's 300 more return flights each week. But until there's an announcement, the big players and the small must wait.
You know, if it's left too much later, people will have spent their money and made their bookings, and they will have made the decision not to go to Queensland, and that will be a huge blow to the industry in Queensland, but I suppose to the advantage of New South Wales and other states.